What up, stackers? I hope all is well in the Metalverse. Today, I got a few Coinstar pickups, a few dimes left over in the unwanted bin. And in the middle here, we got this one dime. It is from Canada. I thought it was a cool find from the 1950s. Look at this, a toned, gritty American Silver Eagle. Some of the toning looks like tobacco juice ran down the surface. I'm calling it the Tobacco Eagle. I walked into my LCS local coin store with the first week's cigarette money still burning a hole in my pocket, and I wanted something I could hold that would mark the day everything changed. Something I could never forget. Something that would go in a token box and stay there as a permanent reminder. Liberty on the front. Liberty, freedom from fear, oppression, and tyranny. The rising sun. A new day, a new dawn. I paid $62 for the Eagle. Mercury dimes were $4 each. Total came to about $70. Premium was a little higher than I like, but that money was going up in smoke anyway. At least now it sits in my hand instead of disappearing into the air. This coin is the physical proof that I finally answered the only question that mattered. Do you want to stack gold, or do you want to keep on collecting cigarette butts? Stacking gold is not easy. It forces you to become more than you currently are. It forces you to leave your comfort zone. It forces you to shed a piece of your identity. It forces you to rewire your brain. Kill limiting beliefs. Develop financial literacy. Discipline, patience, and delayed gratification. I can't stand with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth and claim I don't have enough money to stack gold. That hypocrisy had to die. For a full year, I wrestled with it. 2 weeks ago, I finally put them down for good. I waited to announce it because I wanted some clean time under my belt first. The psychological and physical withdrawal has been surprisingly mild, and I owe that almost entirely to Alan Carr's The Easy Way to Stop Smoking. The book flipped the entire mindset. I stopped looking at cigarettes as my best friend or my lover that I was breaking up with. I started looking at them as an enemy I had just defeated. I wasn't giving something up. I was escaping bondage. I wasn't losing a friend. I was celebrating freedom from a leech that had been draining my health, my wealth, and my time for years. Smokers who try to quit with willpower alone rarely get this feeling. They're glad to be free, but they still feel deprived. I don't feel deprived at all. I feel grateful. Every dollar that used to go to Big Tobacco now stays with me. A portion of all I make is mine to keep. I want to give a shout out to Sober Stacker. He quit so he could stack more, and he got me both inspired and a little jealous. Also, a tremendous shout out to Thousandaire Radio as well. Thousandaire is my spirit stacker. I was watching one of his old videos. I'll post it in the pinned comment section if anyone wants to check it out. He posted the question, what could you do today that would have a drastic impact on your future? He told a story of an elephant held captive by a rope. A little on the serious side, but in my opinion, one of his best videos. It was good looking at old thousandaire videos before the big gold centenarios, and he turned big palladium shill. Just joking about the big palladium shill part. For those who don't know him, a shill is the last thing he is, and that's why we all love him. He is the reason I make videos, and hopefully, my videos can be an inspiration to budget stackers everywhere. You know, if I could do this, anyone could do this. Let's do the math real quick so nobody can lie to themselves. $12 a pack at the bodega. The Philly tax is brutal. They really hit you with that sin tax. That's 3 Mercury dimes a day at my local LCS prices for 1 pack of cigarettes. $84 a week, $336 a month, just over $4,000 a year. Over 10 years, that's $40,000. Invested properly, more like $55,000. A 2 pack a day habit over 30 years is the kind of money that makes you a millionaire. The hardest part wasn't the nicotine, it was trading instant gratification for delayed gratification. You light a cigarette, and in under 10 seconds, dopamine hits your brain. At the coin shop, I have to wait a week for that same hit. I needed something real I could touch, the same dollar value. So the Tobacco Eagle became that bridge. Going forward, the $300 a month I no longer burn will be split. 2/3 in the metals, 1/3 into a emergency fund. Of the metal portion, 125 toward gold, saving up for a 1/10 ounce every few months, and $75 a month towards silver. That extra capital lets my existing money that I invest stay working in wealth producing assets instead of being locked only in store of value assets. Gold and silver are the shield, the defense, the foundation, something no politician can print overnight. A rental, a business, a stock in a real company that makes things people need, those are the swords they produce. King Solomon said it plain. Divide your portion among 7 or even 8, for you do not know what disaster may befall the land. I see myself more as a compounder than a pure stacker, but damn, I still love the stacking part the most. To be a better stacker, you have to become a better person, in my opinion. Jim Rohn said it best. You set a goal to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for the person you have to become to achieve it. The book The Alchemist hit me the same way. Leave your comfort zone for something better. The amount of gold may be small right now, only a 1/10 ounce every around 4 months. The amount is insignificant. The discipline is everything. The identity shift is everything. I'm no longer the man collecting cigarette butts. I'm the man who stacks gold consistently. Warning, I don't recommend anyone casually ask themselves the question, what can I do today that would have a drastic impact on my future? It can result in a kick in the nuts. The loss of an old identity, a brand new routine, and a few extra dollars in your pocket that finally start working for you instead of against you. Cigarettes weren't a friend. They weren't a lover. They were an enemy that lived in my pocket, taxed my lungs, stole my time, and mailed a monthly check to a corporation that never once cared if I lived or died. This time, I didn't quit. I escaped. And I'm celebrating a defeated enemy. Keep learning, keep stacking. This is the Philly Stacker wishing you health, wealth, and wisdom.